Oh, hello. Thanks for coming out to my place today. It's a gorgeous spring morning, and I'm going to kind of show you today how I work from a sketch into a painting. I won't complete it today, but you can follow me on Instagram and see the completed piece probably in a couple days. This is a scene I've done before. It's my neighbor's. It's actually the little house that's in front of his place that's it's not lived in, but I just love it. But I change a whole bunch in this painting. And so I want you to see how I just take something that you may go and look at it and say, really? And I take it and I turn it into something that is charming and the way I feel about it. So I'm going to get started sketching here, which is a black canyon running there behind. Really, really dark. Just some distant trees, fences. I had one really sweet person out the other day, and she kind of looked at my sketches and she's like, what is that? What is that? The funny thing is, I know what I'm sketching. I remember when I look at it, what I'm after in this scene. So there I kind of have the basics for my painting. And I'm going to kind of, those trees are late blooming back there, but I'm going to go ahead and leaf them out. So you kind of see what I have going here for my painting. Just a simple little sketch, but I think it'll make a really great painting. Okay, there's the main tree that I have on my sketch, and I don't know if you can see it just yet, but that's okay. You'll see it as I start to put some paint on the canvas. So there's the tree, picket fence over here. And sometimes if I don't have enough interest in a painting out to the edges, I do crop. I'm notorious for cropping my paintings down if I feel like they get a little boring on the edges. Have to work really quickly at any point, but especially when I'm working outside, because the light changes so quickly. And if I hadn't been having such a great time visiting with my video tech person, which is Elizabeth Bennett from Aspire Hire, if I hadn't spent so much time visiting with her today, because she's so much fun, I would have started this much earlier. But I was having too much fun with Elizabeth. My main interest point, and to me, the main point of interest is going to be right in here, the action between that house and that fir tree. So I'm starting light because I paint in a watercolor style on my canvas. Keeping on here. I did want to tell you, I'm scheduled to teach a class here in Montrose, Colorado, June the 16th, I believe, which is the third Wednesday of June this year, 2021. And I'm going to be teaching 5-hour painting in a watercolor style with acrylics. And I'm going to be doing that at the Montrose Center for the Arts. And you can get that information. I'm going to get it on my website later today. And I might even edit it into this video so that you can get the information easily. Because when you're working in a watercolor style with acrylics, they do dry lighter. It's exactly the opposite if you're working heavy with acrylics, which is the more traditional way people work with acrylics. They tend to dry a little darker. So I just keep painstakingly sticking in a little more, and also just kind of working on the tree a little bit. The edges, shaping them a little. Okay, I think I'm kind of at a stopping point here for just a second. And while this is still wet, I am going to drop in some more dark in here. I don't think I mentioned it, but this is not your standard canvas. My style of painting with acrylics in a watercolor style, really I prepare my own canvases, and that's what allows this just incredible interaction between the paint and the canvas. It doesn't happen with gesso because gesso is so much slicker and gives you a slick surface, but sealing with a clear sealer on my canvases allows me to still have that nubbiness of the canvas to interact with, and it's just a lot of fun. I will be presenting more on Instagram and YouTube, showing my technique, and again, you can always see if you can sign up for one of my classes if you're in the area. I will be teaching in Palisade soon, also at the Blue Pig Gallery, and I was going to venture up to Gunnison this summer, but the highway is going up there this summer is under construction, so that's kind of a no-brainer. Okay, I've worked the tree a little bit more. I've got my windows in there. Okay, I'm leaving a space there because actually there is a white, I don't know, other than say board that goes across there on the ridge line. Again, negative space going around the window. It's because they have white trim board around the windows. So I really have to have pretty good control of my brush in here. Sometimes when I'm working large spaces, I actually start the space by just watering it in other words, just painting water. And I might could have done this with this just because you don't want it to dry and leave a hard line. But again, the humidity for some reason is pretty high today, even though it's warm. So my paints are drying real fast, which is a good thing and a bad thing. But for this particular little part, it was a good thing. Again, negative space. I'm putting some bushes in front of that little building, even though they aren't there. And I'm going to put some more bushes in here because I can. I'm going to leave a negative space for the trunk of the tree because that tree is in front of where those imaginary bushes would be. You must, looking at this and the scene, you must feel like I've made the whole thing up. But again, that's part of the artistic process, is you just look at something, it triggers something in you, and you just go for it. And that's what I've done with this scene. The only thing that's really accurate about this scene is the picket fence, the trees, and the little red house. Well, and the Black Canyon that'll be behind there too. Okay, you can see it's starting to take shape now. At this point, this painting probably still has about, I would say probably 3 or 4 more hours to it. Maybe not that long. Completion. Okay, I've got some, actually those trees haven't leafed out in the back yet. They're just started, so, but that doesn't mean that I can't kind of green them up a little, but I am going to go ahead and put their interesting limbs and trunks because they're kind of cool. All right, video, and tell you thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed all the birdsong and just enjoyed the process that I do from starting a sketch. I'll bend down here and pick it up from starting a sketch on and then working into the painting itself. On location, plein air as they call it. I've painted this way for so many years, I just call it on location. So check back with me because I'm going to show you when the painting's finished, and I might even do a little in-studio video of it in between. So thanks again for stopping by, and thanks so much to Elizabeth Bennett of Aspire Higher Video. Thanks, Elizabeth. Okay. You know, I just wanted to show you one of my previous paintings I did from the same scene. Again, you'll see quite a discrepancy between the two. And again, it's like I told you, if you're drawing, you just work from your inspiration and you can do whatever you want with that scene. And that's exactly what I do. So I hope you've enjoyed today. I've really enjoyed it. Thanks.